Hey, greetings everybody. GleeCon here again with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. On our last episode, I believe we looked at the 10th chapter of Arthas, Rise of the Lich King, and we basically saw the novelization of Jaina Arthas traveling into what will become the Eastern Plague Lands, discovering that there's basically the cult of the damned is behind the plague. It creates undead, and that it's all coming from the grain sent out of Anderhall. So stay a while and listen to this one. This is called the Shadow Path as we kind of continue down that road, really through the human campaign of Warcraft 3. Through the eyes of his scourge minions, the Lich King had been watching Arthas. The young human intrigued him. He was a natural leader, charismatic and confident. Judging by the mounds of undead the prince left in his wake, the Lich King knew that Arthas Menethil was also a gifted fighter and tactician. Most importantly, his anger and desperation were slowly consuming his mind. Once again, the Lich King subtly manipulated the Dreadlords and drew their attention to Arthas. They saw him as the perfect champion to corrupt, but luring him to Frostmourne and Northrend would be no easy task. The young human had just started down his path of self-destruction. The Lich King and the Dreadlords would need to guide him the rest of the way. The demons crafted a plan based on the Lich King's advice. They commanded Kel'Thuzad to face Arthas in battle and reveal that he was merely a servant of a higher power, the Dreadlord Mal'Ganis, who lurked in the holy city of Stratholme. It wouldn't be enough for Kel'Thuzad to tell Arthas this information. He would need to give his life in the process. Only with the necromancer dead would the prince then focus his attention on reaching Stratholme and vanquishing Mal'Ganis. Stratholme was chosen for specific reasons. It was heavily populated, and it was the region's most important city strategically and economically. It was also a holy site, the birthplace of the Paladin Order. If Stratholme fell to the plague and became overrun by undead, it would be disastrous. Lordaeron would lose control of the Eastweald. When Arthas arrived in Anderhall, Kel'Thuzad did not flee. He knew the Lich King would raise him as an undead creature more powerful than he could imagine. He faced the prince in battle and revealed Mal'Ganis' presence in Stratholme. Just as planned, Arthas Menethil unleashed his fury on Kel'Thuzad and crushed the life from the necromancer. He then set out to save Stratholme, even more desperate and unhinged than before. So I didn't realize it was so heavily manipulated by the Dreadlords, which, as we've seen in Shadowlands, they admit they're pulling the strings beyond about so much stuff. But here it's like they're pulling the strings in conjunction with the original Lich King, so that's kind of interesting. All right, we got another episode in the pipe, 5x5. I thank you everybody so much for watching and listening, and I will see you next time on Lore of Warcraft.